take the Suns. So we just gotta just wipe the whole.
So KD, like, those are my superheroes.
Are underway at Target Center.
Now Durant gets the inbounds pass, puts up another jumper and drills it over Karl Anthony Towns this time. Durant got to the rim and lays it off glass. Durant already with 7 quick points.
This is a pace that Phoenix is looking for.
Two-time Finals MVP raises up. Light work for Kevin Durant.
Well, I tell you, he's up for this game.
Durant crosses over, rising up and don't
come in the third. He started off a successful end-one play, but brought the lead down to 4. Big Three have lived up to the hype and more. Just looked, give the team and their brand new
Willing to.
just as hot in the second. But for this particular quarter, he found a new partner. The Slim Reaper still had a ton of tricks left up his sleeve. After hitting a couple of pull-ups,
pull-up jumper, yes sir, Kevin Durant, the mid-range assassin.
He then gave us some fadeaways. Somehow, the Pacers managed to snatch the lead. It doesn't get any better than this.
And even KD loving it with a little woo. Sets, fires, connects.
Boy, he has been something on the threes today.
There's just more at stake.
The landscape of the league has shifted once again when Kevin Durant became a member of the Phoenix Suns.
I never thought that, this deal would go down. We have a chance to do something special this year.
I look at him and I look at Booker.
And then you bring in a Kevin Durant, you start to think right now, this team is very dangerous.
Kevin Durant to Phoenix, the MVP, 2-time Finals MVP.
A lot of great scores make it look easy, but I don't know if anybody makes it look as easy as Kevin Durant.
Durant driving on Hardaway, pull-up jumper. Durant got it, and Phoenix has a 2-point lead. 35 for Durant.
To load up, it's going to be a problem.
I'm going to dub them the mid-range mafia.
They need another ball handler, KD. They need another scorer. I think he's filled so many different boxes for them.
He's got Durant on a wing. Big finish! KD hard to the hole.
This is, he has great pride at that end of the floor.
He's a joy to watch play. He's one of the best players ever played.
Finish from KD.
Only certain.
He's the one who switched the momentum. He's had the hustle play.
Great pass here from Nurkic. You kind of wish there was no time left, right? But you got to take what you got. And that was the best look he was going to get. He had to double pump that one as well. Thought Caruso could have gotten him. But watch this. Watch Caruso. He made him change it in the air and then knock it down. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Pickpocket right there. What a
Just see what your idols have accomplished, and you just think, like, what?
And Kevin Durant, the stars are out. Durant for the win.
Back-to-back 40-point games, and they've needed every single bit of it.
12, 3-on-1. Allen, Durant. Durant goes inside, counted, and the through. The Suns have completely turned this game around.
I mean, he just had a determination.
To be the last. My team and Kevin Durant from the very beginning, their way to another title. I think we have a team that can be there.
This is arguably the greatest score of all time.
10th.
KD matching the franchise record for the longest consecutive streak of 30-plus points.
You seem more settled since, it's not that you don't want to win, but I don't know, there's something different.
Obviously, because when I step on the floor, that's just in me already, and that's going to help me get to the win. How to be a great teammate, how to inject myself into the game at different moments. I started to think about it.
Well, for those waiting for Kevin Durant to slow down, KD trade is still a bucket.
I definitely get inspired by that, and give as much, become older. That's a part of it, is giving back and passing stuff down that you learned as well. So that goes on top of wanting to win, wanting to be the greatest that you can be. I feel like I said this before, right now, in this moment, today, but that's just saying right now, and I can't really predict what may happen, but I love playing in Phoenix. I love the fact I'm glad to be a part of it. I want to go up in that ring of honor one day, so however long that takes.
Either. And they don't see what goes on behind the scenes or what I talk about or my intentions. When guys like that say that, I just got to chalk it up to them just not being aware of what goes on, instead of like wanting to push a narrative for myself, maybe not a narrative, or tell the truth for myself. If I don't feel like it's necessary, I'll just chalk it up to those guys not being aware of who I am.
To your 40s, I mean.
Yeah, I can catch and shoot.
You think about it, when you have like this big three, Bradley Beal, Devin Booker, and Kevin Durant, you got to capitalize now. It's the same thing.
They do not have the luxury of patience. They traded everything they had to build this team, to turn over a finals team and make it into this. And here's their reality. They're 5th in the West as we enter the last part of the season.
Pleasure and an honor to welcome on to the Burns and Gambo show here on Arizona Sports. 43 points last night, an amazing game against the Chicago Bulls. Kevin Durant joins us here on the Burns and Gambo show. Kevin, I'm Dave. This is Gambo. Thanks for coming on today. We really appreciate it.
What up, fellas? How y'all doing, man?
Good, KD. Hey, let me first say what a privilege it is to watch you play this game. And I've been around for 57 years. Bernard King was my favorite player as a kid growing up, but it's beyond special to watch you. I could count on one hand the number of players that play at the level you've played at. You're truly one of the greats that have ever played this game, and it's fun to watch you play.
Man, the Bernard King reference, man. Damn, you're taking him back with that one. I appreciate that, man. Thanks a lot.
You
that
got
means
it.
a lot coming from y'all.
Thank you. Hey, I want to go back to the Dallas game on Christmas Day, because I heard you last night after the game talking about 25 and 18. You guys, on Christmas Day, after you lost to Dallas, you guys had a 14 and 15 record. You've completely turned around the season in a month. How have you done it? What has been the key reasons why you've been able to turn this season around in such a short amount of time?
I think we got back healthy. I think we understand more of our schemes on both ends. Just getting comfortable with one another. And I think that trial and error helps you become a better team, you know. So we took some losses, watched some film, learned from it, and, you know, start turning our season around. I think that's just the nature of the league. A lot of teams have been, you know, have ebbs and flow and struggle throughout the league, but they'll figure it out. And I feel like, you know, this is our time to start figuring it out right around Christmas.
I know Chris Paul, when he got here, he said what interested him with the Suns was in the bubble. He noticed the Suns that year in the bubble. They didn't make the playoffs, but they went 8-0, and he said that caught my attention. At what point in your career did this Phoenix Suns team catch your attention where you said, hey, this is a team to watch out for, and this is a team that I might want to play for one day?
Yeah, right around that time. I mean, as Book started to grow as a player, I started to see, you know, the type of players they were drafting over here. And I always loved Phoenix as a city, loved playing here. So it just kind of aligned at the right time for me. And, you know, we got, you know, having Book here and when I got here, CPD, all those guys was on this kind of like the same timeline I was on, so it made sense. And I feel like this year is kind of the same thing with Brad and Merck and Grayson. I think we're all on the same timeline, so it fits well to me, and I'm happy I'm here.
Kevin Durant, our guest here on the Burns and Gambo show. Patience was the word that was getting thrown around a lot by the fans, by the media, by us. We were talking about it. It was hard for a lot of fans to have the patience that everything was going to work out. Was it hard, or was it easy for you guys in the locker room to have patience and faith to know that this thing was going to work out?
I mean, we had no other choice, but because we had to get up and come to work regardless, and we just kept grinding and trying to figure stuff out on the fly. And I think we all been a part of teams like that where you got guys in and out the lineup, and you're trying to figure out your identity with a new coach, new system, So we're pros, so we understand what the process is like, but we understand we got a big microscope on us as well, and so many people expecting us to play well and get it pretty soon, pretty quickly. So, but we understand what the business is like, and just try to stay patient and keep grinding and get healthy. That was the main thing.
In real time, Devin Booker goes crazy in the first half against the Pelicans. Bradley Beal finishes that game great against the Pacers. You get just smoking hot yesterday against the Chicago Bulls. In real time, among pros like you guys, is it easy, or is it challenging to understand that kind of chemistry of, hey, this guy's hot, you go, you shoot, right? Like I remember watching you against the Pelicans, telling Book, you just shoot, you keep on going. In the midst of something like that, how easy is it, or is it a challenge to kind of figure out who's going to get their touches and win and all that stuff?
It's pretty easy, and I think it's easier to figure it out once you get stops on the defensive side. You don't always got to play against a set defense or call a play. And I think all three of us are good at playing random basketball in transition after a stop, So we had a lot of stops that New Orleans game, and Book got it going in the first quarter. So it was like, just let's keep, when we see something that works, we try to keep going to it. And, and same thing with Brad in the LA and the fourth quarter last game. So we try to see some stuff and try to, capitalize on it as best we can, but it all stems from us getting stops. We do that, the ball will find the best players.
You didn't have to do it last night because Drew Eubanks came in and gave you a big lift, but you've had to play a little small ball 5 recently. You've done it at other times in your career. It's worked really well for this team.
While the stubborn Suns have defied, starring Kevin Durant, and their injury histories have raised many questions about the Phoenix approach.
But KD was also...
I mean, this is a playoff-tested player in Kevin Durant. Anthony Edwards trying to make... Now, it's going to be one thing when they do it with Team USA. It's just so funny from one side.
Gotta love the youthful exuberance. And once again, all KD can do is smile. Man, you got me.
You get hot, you make shots, make tough shots. You're going to feel excited about yourself. So it's on me to keep coming back and showing them a tough look, or whoever's defending these guys, to show them a tough look if they make shots.
And there's a strong case to be made to Phoenix. And now Durant elements needed to win their first championship in franchise history. Durant, Booker, and Paul, they're all unselfish and willing passers. And after an acrimonious
double team, they swing it out to Durant for 3. Shazam!
Will Durant and the Suns live up to lofty expectation?
Best players ever play the game.
Well, he's enjoying his time in Phoenix, Lisa. And now
sharing the floor and shining bright.
With this team, when they get gold, the firepower is...
The Suns expect the team I'm on to do great things. Back and reflect on what I've done.
Talked about the enjoyment he had playing here in Brooklyn.
he is a stone pull-up jumper at the buzzer. Kevin Durant!
For early season brag of championship.
Yeah. Tea time.
The
Bro, why? I don't know how I expected you to get your clout. Turn me up. lot, looking like Magic City parking lot. Hear the talks when y'all niggas not popping. Fuck it and she going shopping. This is not luck, baby, this no four-leaf, no hold you. I get your truth is that I get around. Mention having us a kid, 42 here now. You know how I'm rocking now. YM forever.
Clock ticks to 2, the shot clock. Durant up and over.
It's going to be an opportunity for us.
KD has to raise up the contested 3. KD goes. Boom.
It's a lot of games played, a lot of shit. Be amongst the greatest of the greats of this game is pretty cool, and just got to keep going. At this point in the season, we just need to add wins. With an insane pass.
Book breaking out his quarterbacking skills.
When he caught it, he's making shots and workouts. You want to do the same.
The horn.
That's just great right there.
Yeah, that's a play. That's a play they work on in practice. Norm Braun is going to be too little.
So 34-32.
KD, too small. Says nothing I can do about that.
A big talk about point going into this game tonight, and we've seen this happen multiple times where guys are leaking out for layup.
But he's not a leader, EJ.
No, he's not.
He's not a leader.
He's not. His teammates have said nothing but great things about him throughout the training camp and.
As well.
Puts a dagger. I think KD.
Play you're talking about on the pick.
Look, there's your screen. There's your punch.
Boom.
I'm telling you.
Right, yeah.
I don't know how the official missed that. He just swung and hit Carlo right in the stomach.
And Carlo's saying something to him.
Yeah, because he punched him.
Right.
30 seconds, the Suns outscored the Sixers 10-1. Kevin Durant, the catalyst and the closer. KD, 35 points, 15 coming in the fourth quarter. And despite the Suns' inability to put teams away, they continue to be won their fifth in a row. What a performance by KD. I mean, first of all, what a game.
Wimby.
Let's dance. Oh, DIC. Yeah, that was that's the version of the Texas two-step Arizona style.
I don't know.
These talks, I don't know if KD can go back to Phoenix knowing that he was discussed out there.
One thing is clear around the league right now, and that's Kevin Durant does not want to go back to the Warriors in any.
I didn't want to come back. I just didn't want to get traded midway through this. I know I'm leaving and moving Phoenix, getting traded. I didn't ask for a trade from Phoenix. But obviously, when you pay so much for a team and we're not playing up to our expectation, and somebody has to go. Who watching the game want more from us, but we can't think about that. We got to think about the day ahead of us and trying to get better and, figure out how we're going to win the next game and going from there.
You're in your
Kevin Durant reminded everyone that he might be the best player on the planet.
Durant. Now shadowed by Doncic. Crossover in the lane. Floats and delivers.
Kevin Durant is just a tough shot maker.
Kevin Durant.
Obviously, we're gonna think of him as one of the greatest scorers to ever do it.
Kevin Durant is so skilled at using his length right there.
Durant on the drive with the basket. But he is so talented, obviously, one of the best scorers of his generation.
To me, one of the most impressive things against great defenders, this guy just nightly is so efficient.
With a shot clock at 10, not on the same page with Durant. Almost another turnover. Durant through the lane, and he scores anyway off balance.
Peyton Watson guarding Durant. And Durant knocks it in anyway.
KD, transition three. Hold that pose. Splash down.
He just personifies everything about being a professional basketball player.
Formerly teammates, and wherever they have played, whether together or swings it out to Booker. Extra pass sets up the look for Durant. Two splashes at home.
This game.
He tees up another three, gets knocked down, and still knocks the three down as he hits it. And a good opening quarter for the Suns as they lead it 35-29. Wiggins trying to stay attached to Durant. Tough double clutch pull-up, and I say tough for anybody else. But first points in a while, 13 on the night for Durant, and the Suns are back up 8. Now Kevin Durant takes it into the lane, fades and hits from the left elbow, and that makes it a 10-point lead again for the Suns. Looking for shooting space, have to give it up to Durant. Sets up the flyby, elbow jumper. 21-10 of the night for the former Warrior. So 11-8 on the season. Thompson, screen right by Jones. Durant, pull up three-pointer, rattles it home. Phoenix in front.
That's what he can do. Durant now with 23.
First game, so it's always good that we can put ourselves through stressful situations like that. It's gonna make us better.
This young season, their big three of KD did the Suns D to elite status. The result? The emergence of another true contender in the West. Particular has been cooking lately, fully embracing being a member of the Uncle Brigade, while knocking down career milestones left and right, like becoming the oldest player in NBA history to start a season with 4 straight 25-point games.
Timer at 6, Durant gets the shot away and hits it.
If they can keep up this defense, Uncle KD went to work early, opening action with a jumper. That will be the first of his 5 buckets in the period, ending up with 12 in the quarter.
Little shake and bake, working on Davis. Turns, got it.
Durant, pull up 3 on the way, got it.
Crossover, pull up, basket.
109 to 105. That KD D-Book duo once again clicked for the 6. Their luck was about to change.
Durant laces it from long range.
And they ended up outscoring LA 39-23 in the third period. But
KD's good. The whole group.
But still, the Suns ended up trailing by 4 at the half, largely to D-Book and KD combining for 17 points.
Kicks it out to KD. Straight away look, got it.
Suns have their sights firmly set on secure that spot while relying heavily on Kevin Durant's leadership, consistent scoring, efficient playmaking, clutch performances, and strong veteran vibes. His casing seamless passes, complementary scoring, and a shared intensity. And they've been dropping buckets together like it's nobody's business.
Place is going to pop if Durant hits this, and he does!
In the play-in, and let's say potentially as a 7-8.
Absolutely. The Valley Boys duo angling in some moves of his own. They established a huge 63-40 lead at the half, and the Slim Reaper just kept on pummeling in the
pass to KD in the lane. He'll scoop it up and in. What a Durant, a wide open three is up and
got. KD led all scorers with a whopping 17 in the first half.
Kevin Durant lines it up and knocks it down. Devin Booker set him up with his. Put it up and in. Count that one and the foul. Another deuce.
They swing it out to Durant for three. Shazam! Well, that's good movement of the back. Pass. Durant's there over the rim and in. Heads up play. Super shots for KD. Now they go to Kevin Durant. Durant backing down right side. Single defensive coverage. Turns, shoots, scores. About a 12-footer. Ball to get it into Durant. His turnaround 15-footer on the left side is good. Giving him 25 points on the Durant. A fadeaway 16-footer. Looks good. It's good. Well, the Suns did everything they can get from anybody now. 29 points for Durant.
You know who he is. KD goes between his legs, drives on Hunter, fades and hits. Count that basket and the foul. Kevin Durant, the deuce.
Buckets to end the period, finishing with a crazy 19 points in the third, giving them a 19-point lead.
Durant for three on the right wing. He got another one. Kevin Durant, 4 for 9 for...
He was phenomenal. Those are two his shots and scored a high rate. He was special.
Open live, man. I know we were struggling. We're under 500. We're 11 seed at one point, but we're paying on for us right now.
They're really hell-bent. It looks like that scenario could be on the horizon.
In the game, and Corey, he's part of a huge towering front line now.
He absolutely is, moving back to his natural small forward position with Bol being in the lineup, and I think we see a big performance from KD here tonight.
We fought up here all game. We were swarming on defense, getting rebounds. I mean, that was, man.
Porter throws it down with both hands. KD doing it on both sides.
Durant hits a three. He's going to pop if Durant hits this, and he does! And it does! 2-point game. Durant guarded by Dunn. Durant rises up, hits it, and we're tied! Timeout, Clippers!
It's a night in the fourth quarter, too, so, we got to just play a little harder, up our intensity, our physicality, and we'll be fine.
We are now basically in the home stretch of this season. The Western Conference is pretty much up for grabs for second.
And the Phoenix Suns get a much-needed win, and they sweep the season series. Level right here.
I mean,
And then Desmond Bane throws his forehead into the chin of Kevin Durant.
Durant has swept his foot.
For real, we always ready. We stay ready, so we... That justified the ends.
Showing him where you take him on the floor. Oh yeah, for sure. He's going right into that post. He's too small, man. 6'4". Not really physical like that. He's just too small for me, and he knows that. But he's
If you up here, I'm at the ceiling.
Hey, look here. I'm on the roof.
Dude, he's gonna come out here in a minute, man. 20 years straight. By the time you was my age, you was the 8th man on the bench.